Guys, welcome. This is the Pints and Profits Show, a mini episode.
Yes.
Uh, we're going to start doing Friday mini episodes on just some of the most asked questions regarding reselling, and we're going to answer those in detail. And these hopefully will be put out every Friday.
Yeah.
It's not a full show, so if it's something that you need answers for, that's why we're doing this. And again, join us every Monday when we drop a full episode and we talk about a whole bunch of different reselling topics as well as the beer we're drinking. We are drinking. But welcome. Scott, you had a peculiar incident that you wanted to explain on how you removed feedback, which I'm curious myself.
Yeah. So Dennis, look, I see a lot of people talk about they can't get negative feedback removed. And I don't get a lot of negative feedback. But I went through a little spurt of having like 2 or 3 come in and I got them removed. And like I said, a lot of people are saying they can't get them removed. I did a couple things to get them done.
How? I am one of those people that cannot get mine removed. They just won't do it.
So there's things you can do. So the first thing you can do is you can message the buyer, right?
Okay.
Say, hey, I just saw you left me a negative feedback. What's going on? And kind of get their input. And then come back like, listen, I shipped the next day. You got it on time. Then I'll say, did you like the item? Was there anything wrong with the item other than whatever the reason could be? I think one time I had someone come back and say, you listed it as maroon, it was purple, and they gave me negative feedback.
All right.
It's a poor negative feedback. Message a buyer, hey, what's going on? I love the sweater, I loved it, but it was just a different color. And I go, I'm so sorry, you don't like the color or the color is different than you expected. But I run a small family business. Negative feedback affects my business immensely, and eBay rates us on this, right? And kind of just give them a story of like where I'm at. Because a lot of buyers don't sell. So when you kind of give them a story of like what eBay's about and how they can, charge you more fees and all this, sometimes the buyer listens. So that's why
Or they think that you're some big, huge
they don't
company.
they don't know that a lot of people don't know that eBay sellers are small sellers.
Right.
So I just explained my story. And she responded back, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes, I love the item. What can I do? So I go, oh, perfect. So that opens up the door.
Yeah.
Once they communicate back and forth, it opens the door. I go, we have different options we can do here. I go, you can go in, manually change the feedback because buyers can go in and change it and adjust their feedback. That's what I did. She goes back and says, I don't know how to do that. Okay, cool. I go, I'm going to send you a feedback revision form. And you can do that through your seller hub. I don't know exactly how to do it, but you go to your feedback and there's an option that says send revision form.
Yeah.
You type in the reasons, and I'll usually put per our conversation. Send it. And they have the option, I think they have up to a certain amount of days to revise that feedback. In this situation, again, she messaged me back saying, I don't know how to do this. Like she was clearly a new buyer. I go, okay, not a problem. The next step, contact eBay. I sent eBay a message, explain the situation. Hey, I have a situation here.
How do you even contact them? Because I've been having the hardest time.
So I know
honestly, even getting them on the phone. It's awful.
Hard. And there's another step here that I can get on. There's another step you can do if this doesn't work. But they used to be on eBay for Business on Facebook, which is now gone. But this is when they had it. So I just messaged them. They logged into my account.
You can go to just eBay on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And I've
you
done
can do that now
that.
and contact them that way. And just tell them the situation. When you do that, you want to give them the ID number of the item that's sold. Give them a full explanation. Let them know what you did. They will go in. They will look. They'll come back and say, okay, is warranted to remove. They will remove the feedback. if you can't get through to somebody, the last step is you go to your what page you go to help and contact. And within help and contact, there is an option to get feedback removed again. It's a
Oh, I've
different
seen.
form.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have it off the top of my head. I can do it manually. But you only are allowed, I think, 3 times in a year to do this.
Okay.
You go in, it's the same situation. It's a form. You fill out every option, explain your case, refer to policy if you know the policy, if you know whatever it may be. You fill all that out and you send it. The last few times I've done that, I've gotten a response back within 30 seconds saying your feedback
Wow.
has been removed. And that
That's
takes
crazy.
up to. So when you do these things, then you have to be prepared. Get everything in line. And when you're doing that form through help and contact, you have to write an essay. You have to plead your case of why you want this removed. And they have to violate some policy. They have to the return can't be the reason of why the return is coming in. So like if they say to you, you're a horrible seller, I don't like you. Well, that
Easily.
has nothing to do with the sale.
Yeah.
Or you sell a CD and they say, I don't like song number 3. Like
Yeah.
you can get it removed.
Right.
You just have to go through those steps. So don't give up. Message the buyer. Have a conversation. Send back the revision form. Contact eBay. And then lastly, if that doesn't work, you go straight to the help and contact and send that revision form. This has worked for me every single time. I'm at 100%.
That is crazy.
I'm at 100%. And I think mostly it's because of communication. Like communicate with the buyer. And
so I'm just looking at this, what you're saying. So if you guys go to your seller hub, okay, and you scroll down to feedback, literally it just says feedback, you'll have positive, neutral, and negative. Click on your negative. All right. I don't have any at the time, but I'll click on this neutral. It brings you up to the same page. It's going to list the feedback right there.
Mm-hmm.
Look to the right and it'll say report this buyer, reply. That's where you can reply, or request revision. If you click on request revision, you might have to sign back into eBay, which sometimes happens, right? And it brings you to a page where it says request feedback revision. You can request one feedback revision for this order. Make sure to let your buyer know why you're requesting a revision. It'll give you the item, the date of the feedback, the buyer's name or a login, whatever his handle, and the original feedback. This one was completely false, where this guy says, although this looks new, the description said sealed, and it was not. Yes, it was sealed. It had, this was a DVD. It had that white, like security stripe across the top of it, which was sealed, but it wasn't sealed in plastic. It was brand new. It was never been opened. So that's kind of like a false feedback.
But I think that the first thing you want to do though is message the buyer, because you don't want to send a revision form without them knowing it's coming, because they're not going to look at it or expect it. Just message a buyer, get that communication going.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get the communication going, then go there. If that doesn't work, then you go there. Also,
the trick, how do you contact them? I do have a trick on how to get someone on the phone.
I haven't spoken to them. Well, oh, you mean on the phone? Yes.
Phone, yeah.
You can go to help and contact, and there's an option on the bottom somewhere to request a call back. I type in some gibberish and I get a phone call back within 30 seconds.
Okay, so that's gone now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
the hoops, that used to be really cool. Like, oh, click a request, boom, I just want to talk. Okay, and then we'll call you back in 2 minutes. Awesome. That's gone. Totally gone. It keeps referring you back to the like the frequently asked questions, the
Okay.
FAQs. Go to the automated, person thing. It's not even a person, it's just a computer.
Yeah.
Automated help,
Yeah.
right? And just
Automatic.
keep tapping in contact an agent.
Okay.
That's what
That's good to know. I didn't know that.
keep
I haven't
typing
called them in
that
a
in.
while. Okay.
And finally it'll say, would you like an agent to contact you? Yes. And then they're going to call you at this number. Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to call you within a minute and a half or 2 minutes. Yes. There you go. So
I
that's
didn't know.
it.
That's perfect.
It's wild how they think they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to.
No, I don't want to talk to you
But
at all.
if you follow Scott's tier of getting more serious about it, what is your success rate? Is it
100%.
worth it?
It's on. Yeah, I've
100%.
got 100%. I'm back to 100% feedback. There was a
It's
stretch where I
amazing.
had like 2 come in one day. I was
Oh,
stressing the hell out, and
yep.
I'm like, okay, calm down, follow your trust the process,
Yep.
follow these steps. It works.
Yeah.
I don't know why it works, but I have success with it. I know some people
Yeah.
don't. Don't give
I
up.
bet.
Just
I
keep
mean, if
trying.
you're a new seller, this could be devastating for you. So
If you only have like 20 things sold and you have 2 negative feedbacks, you're done.
yeah,
You might as well pack it up.
yeah. So it's definitely worth trying.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Guys, I hope that answered a bunch of questions that were coming in regarding negative feedback. Try these things that Scott has mentioned. It has worked for him. I'm going to try some of them too. I haven't, knock on wood, had a negative feedback in a bit, but I'm getting some neutrals, which doesn't really phase me, but whatever. We're going to try to do this weekly and answer some of the most
Yeah.
asked questions for you in short order. Get right to it. If you want a nice full-length video where we really dive deep into reselling topics, check out our Monday episodes. Scott played a game with me regarding a high-low prices for clothing, and hopefully
And you
I'll
lost.
do well. So check that one out too. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, guys, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Cheers.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life gone.